All praise to the Most High. All praise. I just want to try to do a quick video. This is part of the puppet show. This is a different phase of it, you might say. There's two different shows. There's the one show, of course, for children. They have a show, whatever. Then they have a show for older people, for a late night. For at night. This is not for kids. So this is a part of it. And this is the souvenir book, the coloring book. But I took a couple of pages out of the coloring book, just to have fun, to color, to see what things look like. But also, this is, I tell stories, or I write stories, a novel, story, about what's really happening. Songs 83, we know what that is. It was the war of hate against God's people. And these people said they're from Mexico. They're fighting, and everybody's got disagreement with Mexico because of the, what? These aren't the Mexicans, right? Look what they're doing for America. Songs 83. Then you got these so-called Africans. Okay. You got the Africans. Now, I'm just coloring this, the person that buys the book, they can put whatever colors they want. But then Trump says he's gonna bomb Africa. And they're gonna fight. Why? This song's 83. Maybe it's something about Africa that's just being disrupted. So, they're going to go in there and take what, they're going to take what they want. Other reason why I'm showing you this, because the people help me get copies. Copies cost a lot of money after a while. So, you probably can't see, but there's so many fine details that I see that's not on the original that I, put on this one. Even though I did color this, the original, it was so many things that, like, you might not see, like his arm, his hand, you see? I got his hand over here. This one is nothing. It's a lot. It's a lot of things that, I saw after. And here's another one. Somebody kept asking me, this YT people, they kept asking this lady, oh, I want to see your artwork. And I just had some of these pages, and when I showed it to her, she got mad. This is not for everybody. Only certain people. It wasn't the Chicago's World's Fair. It was the war against the old world buildings. Songs 83, War of Hate. It started in 1776. They had the Seminole Indians. All of this is fighting and war. But on 2/2/2, Pluto came back. So, of course, so many things that, I started just redoing that wasn't on this page. Okay? Another one. This is another page out of the Rattling Puppet Show. And then, I didn't do the black and white color, but I found some more smaller details that I missed, you see, on the other one, on the original. So you go back. How do you know a publisher, somebody might like my work? I might start selling this book on Amazon. Because it's about our history. I'm just trying to see how it looks in black and white, and I wanted to show y'all this. And then I wanted to talk to you guys about, they said that there was a war, right? Songs 83 war against each other, against the Palace Indians. When I was a little kid and I heard about the Palace Indians, I thought that they were like our people. I thought they were Indians. But one thing I never saw was, where was the palace? What were they fighting for? So now we figured it out, that they're not the real Palace Indians, and they want to keep this beast system going. And you probably say, why? They're all fighting and dying. They want to keep the beast system going because they're fighting for something. Yeah, they're fighting for something. This is what they're fighting for. So these are the Palace Indians, right? Now let's look at some of their faces. This guy's smiling, talking to the guy behind him. And look at his wife. Short hair, just like a little boy. Then look at this girl. She said that she's ready to do it. Look at this guy. This guy. When you look at this guy, he looks like he ought to be working in an office or somewhere like that. That's his wife. Then this guy looks like he wants someone, a certain size. And then The one that gets me was this girl here with all the flowers. She said she's going to get as much money and look as good as she can on her wedding day. And this girl here is saying, let's get it over with. I'm sorry, y'all. If you're the city, let's get it over with. I'm ready. Let's go and get it on. Let's start the eating. The wedding's over. Let's go. I know what you want to do. That dude, the dude right there, that guy right here, he looked like a damn ex-convict. Okay? All right, let's go up a little bit. Okay? Arabs. They're Arabs. Okay. Now, what can you see with this? What do you see here? Oh no. Palace engines. Well, why palace engines? Oh, come on. These are their wives. All these dudes in black. They have that same little Jewish thing like that. They even have fringes on them. You see those fringes? They got even fringes. That's our history. They're not supposed to have that. Okay, let's keep going. Let's see what they say. Oh, no, you see, look at the smile on his face. That's his wife right there, okay? Don't get it twisted. Look, this is not no little thing here. This is an event. Oh, look, Palace Engines. Yeah, you see his wife? He gonna consummate this marriage later on. You see that widow's peak on the top of his head? Homeboy back there, he got a beard. And these girls say they ready to be married. They make it, it's a custom. That's their custom. Look, oh, come on. She ready for her wedding night. Look. I mean, that's bold. You're taking pictures for her like a real woman, bro. Look at this dude. Did this little girl look like she happy to get married? She got a little ring on her finger. He gonna go to work later. Look at her. Don't know how old. She look old. She look like Sam. She look old, but she got chance. Because homeboy said, as long as I give you folks that opium, I could do what I want, bro. We got opium and heroin, man. Y'all know y'all want that shit. You better let me do what I want. We songs 83. Look, they try to tell you that girl feet don't even reach the ground, bro. They say that they're Mexicans. Okay. This girl said that she fixing to get messed up bad, bro. She said, homeboy gonna tear. I'm just saying, these are these people. That's just what they're fighting for. They fighting the Most High because, look, oh, come on. She said that she like a dog. And then they got that pipe, they can smoke that good-ass weed and shit. And they gonna be high and they gonna get to work. Oh, no, he said, oh, shit, he got a knife and everything. Look at his wife. Nah. They say they Muslim. And look at that writing and stuff. Palace Engines. That's somebody's wife, okay? You see, these dudes in black, they getting married right here. Look at this, look, they're getting married, okay? These are their wedding days. Let's see some more. Homeboy, he gonna give her a drink and that's it, bro. Do you see all the people there? Look. All praise to the Most High. That's what they want to continue for. That's what they want. All right, it's gonna be a commercial, y'all. It's no sound, and that's good. I'm gonna skip it. All right, here, let's get some sound.
Here for you guys who don't recall, we can put these images up on the screen.
Ready?
Video.
Hold on tight.
A while back, showing the abuse, including sexual abuse, of this Palestinian hostage. You could see the way that the IDF there, and this was in this notorious Sidi Taman prison facility. And so once this comes out and they go to actually arrest these men who were involved in this abuse and this rape, what you saw there was a riot broke out. A right to rape riot broke out in Israel, including some politicians from the governing coalition.
Okay. This is not that old, okay? So you're telling me these are God, the Most High's chosen people, okay? We saw the Palestinians, but these are the people that they're fighting, and Psalms 83. And you heard every word that lady said.
And the ruling party who were involved in this, who were not upset about the abuse. Of course they weren't upset about that. They were upset that there might be any sort of charges and accountability, even some like sort of bogus sham investigation, which is what it has totally turned out to be. They were horrified that there would be any recriminations against anyone that was involved with the literal sexual abuse of a Palestinian prisoner that they were holding there. By the way, this was not a one-off. This was not a one-off. We've seen numerous reports from international organizations, testimony from people who have come out of this facility in particular, but others as well. We've seen New York Times reporting about the systematic rape and sexual abuse of Palestinians being held by the IDF. So what happened here, apparently, is, you know, if you want to avoid getting the ICC involved as a country, you have to show that you are taking seriously the allegations against your own people, any sort of like war crime allegations against your own people. So Israel will occasionally do these like sham investigations effectively to try to keep their image of, oh no, we're we're democracy in the Middle East. Anything that goes wrong, we have accountability, et cetera, et cetera. So this was so bad that the video was leaked and they did this sham investigation. By the way, all of these guys continue to be free, et cetera. Okay. So what has happened since then? Let's put D3 up on the screen next to give you the backstory here. So it has been revealed who it was, this IDF legal chief, who ended up leaking the video. So first, her name is Military Advocate General Yafat Tomer Yerushalmi. So first, she resigns, then she actually disappears, and they found what appeared to be a potential suicide note in her car. Because there was this massive backlash in Israeli society.
What?
Not again over the abuse of these prisoners, but of the fact that she leaked this video so that the world could see what was actually going on. So the headline here, IDF legal chief avoided probes into the Gaza war crime, citing right-wing backlash, sources say, amid resignation. So just so you understand who this lady is, this is not some, lefty liberal person. This is someone who avoided, in significant instances, including the strike on the World Central Kitchen workers, including on multiple hospital strikes that killed civilians, including reporters. This is someone who buried all of that and refused to investigate all of those things. Why? Because she was worried about right-wing backlash. So now that we have the information that she was the one who leaked this video, they are calling for her head. And I mean literally all the way up to Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu himself. Let's go ahead and show D2. So Bibi is saying here that the rape of the Israeli soldiers, the Palestinian prisoners in Sidi Taiman, caused enormous damage to the image of the state of Israel and the Israeli army and our soldiers. This may be, he says, the most difficult propaganda attack that the state of Israel has faced since its establishment. I don't recall an incident centered with this degree of force. This requires an independent investigation, not affiliated with any party, and I expect such an investigation to be conducted. And then at bottom, you see the image of the rapist. This is them publishing a photo, boasting while masked after a press conference, so as not to be identified and prosecuted judicially abroad. And the most important thing this person says is that in all of Israel, no one is talking about the heinousness of the rape, but rather the anger is focused only on the leak of the videos that expose the crime, and this is what really bothers them. I mean, just what a twisted society that there's no ups. I mean, listen, we criticize this country all the time. When the Abu Ghraib photos came out, that was a genuine scandal, right? People were horrified by it. Okay, now you have this come out. This isn't a scandal that these soldiers were raping Palestinians. The scandal is that the information came out and they are calling for literal lynch mobs against this woman, and she's going to be charged. And it has already had to resign, is like threatening suicide because she's so, terrified of what they're going to do to her societally. Completely insane story.
Most Americans are good people. During Abu Ghraib, even,
Americans are good people.
Iraq,
Oh, wow.
Chest-beating warrior people were all still horrified by the video. And there were
Yeah.
bipartisan outrage over what
You
happened.
can kind gotta see the
I
line,
remember
the way
even
he's
names
looking.
of some of those interrogators. Those
Look,
were household
look.
names here in the United States. Over there, yeah, not so much because they want to protect them, I guess. The whole thing is just so crazy, and it's just so funny from Netanyahu to be like, this is one of the worst things that's ever happened in the history of the state of Israel. The leak of the video, again, to be clear.
Which she,
Possibly.
it's not like she put it out because she was really like concerned about, what was going on there.
Yeah.
She was worried about the ICC getting involved. That's what all of this was meant to forestall. Like, the video was out there, the abuse